Overthinking is a common struggle, trapping many of us in cycles of anxiety, doubt, and fear. However, Buddhism offers a transformative perspective. Our thoughts do not have to control us. Through the understanding and application of Buddhist teachings, we can redirect the energy of overthinking into cultivating a mindset of clarity, focus, and inner peace. In this guide, we will explore 6 lessons designed to transform overthinking into a powerful tool for personal growth. Lesson 1. Recognize and acknowledge overthinking. Awareness is the first step to overcoming any challenge. Buddhism emphasizes that mindfulness forms the foundation of self-transformation. Overthinking often arises when we disconnect from the present moment, allowing our thoughts to drift endlessly into the past or project anxiously into the future. By recognizing and acknowledging overthinking, you create the opportunity to reframe and reclaim control over your mental state. To recognize overthinking, start by observing your thoughts without judgment. Ask yourself, what am I thinking about right now? Is this thought helpful or harmful? By simply pausing to identify your mental state, you disrupt the cycle of overthinking. This practice is rooted in the Buddhist concept of mindfulness, which encourages us to develop a non-reactive awareness of our thoughts. Acknowledge your overthinking with compassion. Avoid labeling yourself as too emotional or too negative. Instead, see it as a natural part of being human. Buddhists often compare the mind to a restless monkey, jumping from one branch to another. Your goal is not to silence the monkey, but to observe it patiently and gently guide it toward calmness. A practical step is to keep a thought journal. Write down the recurring themes of your overthinking. This act of documenting thoughts allows you to separate yourself from them, turning abstract worries into tangible patterns. Over time, you'll notice triggers and learn to recognize them as they arise. Acknowledging overthinking helps you reclaim power over your mind. It's the first step in shifting from being overwhelmed by your thoughts to becoming an observer of them. Remember, your thoughts are not who you are. They're simply passing clouds in the sky of your mind. Lesson 2. Replace negative thoughts with positive affirmations. Buddhism emphasizes the power of right thinking. This means aligning your thoughts with positive intentions and cultivating a mindset that supports your well-being. When overthinking leads to negative spirals, you can actively replace those thoughts with positive affirmations. Negative thoughts often arise from fear, insecurity, or self-doubt. For example, you might think, "I'm not good enough or I'll never succeed." These thoughts create a cycle of worry and stagnation. To break free, counter them with affirmations like, "I am capable," "I am worthy," "I am growing." Positive affirmations are not about ignoring reality or denying challenges. Instead, they shift your focus toward possibility and growth. The Buddhist principle of right speech extends to our internal dialogue. Speak kindly to yourself, as you would to a friend. Replace criticism with encouragement, and watch how your mindset begins to change. To make this practice effective, write down 3 affirmations that resonate with you. Repeat them daily, especially during moments of doubt. For example, if you're overthinking a mistake, remind yourself, "Every mistake is a lesson, and I am learning." Buddhist teachings also highlight the importance of gratitude in transforming negative thought patterns. When you feel overwhelmed by overthinking, pause and name 3 things you're grateful for. Gratitude anchors you in the present and shifts your perspective from what's wrong to what's right. Replacing negative thoughts with positive affirmations requires patience and consistency. It's not about pretending everything is perfect, but about training your mind to see the good amid challenges. Over time, this practice rewires your thinking, helping you move from self-doubt to self-empowerment. Lesson 3. Shift your mindset from problems to solutions. Overthinking often fixates on problems, replaying scenarios and imagining worst-case outcomes. Buddhism teaches us to focus on solutions instead, turning our mental energy toward action and resolution. The Buddhist concept of right effort encourages us to direct our energy wisely. Instead of dwelling on what went wrong, ask yourself, what can I do to improve this situation? By shifting from blame to action, you transform overthinking into problem solving. Start by reframing your perspective. See problems as opportunities to grow and learn. For example, if you're overthinking a conflict with a colleague, shift from "why did this happen?" to "how can I address this constructively?" This mindset empowers you to take control of your circumstances rather than feeling like a victim of them. To make this actionable, create a 2-step plan whenever you catch yourself overthinking a problem. Step 1. Identify what's within your control. Step 2. List 1 or 2 small actions you can take to move forward. These steps don't need to solve the entire problem, but will help you regain momentum. Buddhism also teaches the value of acceptance. Not all problems have immediate solutions, and that's okay. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up. It means acknowledging reality without resistance. When you stop fighting what you can't change, you free up mental energy to focus on what you can. Shifting your mindset from problems to solutions transforms overthinking into productive thinking. It's a skill that grows with practice, helping you approach challenges with clarity, creativity, and confidence. Lesson 4. Allocate specific times for reflection and decision-making. Overthinking thrives when our thoughts have no boundaries. Buddhism emphasizes the importance of structure and discipline, teaching that balance leads to inner peace. Allocating specific times for reflection and decision-making helps you manage your thoughts without letting them take over your day. Create a dedicated thinking time each day. This could be 15 to 30 minutes in the morning or evening, where you sit quietly and reflect on your concerns. During this time, write down your thoughts, analyze them, and make decisions. Knowing you have a set time for this reduces the urge to ruminate throughout the day. Buddhism also teaches the value of detachment. Once your reflection time is over, practice letting go. Visualize placing your thoughts in a box and setting it aside until the next session. This ritual helps you separate thinking from living, allowing you to be fully present in other activities. If you struggle with decision-making, use the Buddhist principle of the middle way. This means avoiding extremes and finding balanced, practical solutions. For instance, if you're overthinking a career decision, weigh the pros and cons, but avoid becoming paralyzed by perfectionism. Remember, no choice is permanent, and every decision leads to growth. Allocating specific times for reflection creates mental clarity and prevents overthinking from consuming your life. It teaches you to be intentional with your thoughts, turning them into tools for progress rather than sources of stress. Lesson 5. Engage in mindfulness techniques to stay present. Mindfulness is the cornerstone of Buddhist practice. It teaches us to anchor ourselves in the present moment, freeing our minds from the endless chatter of overthinking. When you're mindful, you're fully engaged in the here and now, reducing the power of past regrets and future worries. One effective mindfulness technique is breath awareness. When you catch yourself overthinking, pause and take 3 deep breaths. Focus entirely on the sensation of the air entering and leaving your body. This simple practice grounds you instantly and interrupts the cycle of rumination. Another technique is body scanning. Close your eyes and bring your attention to each part of your body, starting from your toes and moving upward. Notice any tension or discomfort and consciously release it. This practice not only calms your mind, but also strengthens your connection to the present. Engage in activities that promote mindfulness, such as walking in nature, journaling, or meditative art. Buddhism encourages us to find mindfulness in everyday tasks, whether it's washing dishes, eating, or listening to a loved one. By focusing on what you're doing at the moment, you create space for peace and clarity. The key to mindfulness is practice. It's not about achieving perfection, but about cultivating a habit of presence. Over time, mindfulness becomes a powerful antidote to overthinking, helping you live with greater awareness, ease, and joy. Lesson 6. Convert thoughts into actionable steps to achieve goals. Overthinking often feels overwhelming because it keeps us stuck in analysis rather than action. Buddhism emphasizes right action, encouraging us to translate our thoughts into meaningful steps that lead to progress and fulfillment. When you're caught in overthinking, ask yourself, what can I do right now? Start small. If you're overthinking a project, break it into manageable tasks. Instead of worrying about the entire outcome, focus on completing one step at a time. Each action builds momentum, reducing anxiety and boosting confidence. Buddhism also teaches the value of intention. Before taking action, clarify your purpose. Ask yourself, why is this important to me? Aligning your actions with your values ensures that your efforts are meaningful and fulfilling. Create a habit of planning. Write down your goals and outline the steps needed to achieve them. Use tools like to-do lists or calendars to stay organized. This practice not only reduces overthinking, but also helps you track your progress and celebrate small wins. Remember, action doesn't need to be perfect. The Buddhist principle of impermanence reminds us that everything is a work in progress. Embrace the journey, learn from setbacks, and keep moving forward. By converting thoughts into actions, you transform overthinking into a source of motivation and achievement. Each step you take brings you closer to your goals, turning worry into empowerment and doubt into determination. Overthinking doesn't have to control you. By applying these Buddhist teachings, you can turn it into a powerful mindset that fosters clarity, peace, and purpose. Recognize your thoughts. Shift negativity into positivity. Focus on solutions rather than problems. Allocate structured time for reflection. Embrace mindfulness and take deliberate, meaningful action. These lessons equip you to reclaim your mind, fostering a life of intention, clarity, and joy. You hold the power to transform your relationship with your thoughts. Begin today and witness your mind evolve into a wellspring of strength, guiding you toward balance, fulfillment, and purpose.